What's going on, everybody? We are steamrolling. This team is getting hot with the weather. So here we go. It's me, my man Dave Yarnell. It's the Bats and Bells podcast live on all your social media platforms. So yeah, let's get a rock and roll. Dave, huge win. And of course, this is everything we anticipated for. We talked a lot about yesterday, a lot talked about this morning. We had the pitching duel of a lifetime between Zach Wheeler, Paul Skeens, and they went toe to toe for a good little while.
Oh, they did, Pat. Absolutely, it was a good back and forth between those two. What you expected going into this game? Two great pitchers. Wheeler is pitching out of his mind right now, coming off the injury. Skeens is one of the top dogs in this league. We all know what he's about. It was great to the fifth inning, and then the Phillies kind of broke it open, which really set the tone for the team.
He did. And again, Paul Skeens has 7 Ks, 1 walk, allowed 6 hits and 5 runs. You have Zach Wheeler had 8 Ks, 4, and Zach Wheeler went a little bit deeper. He had an excellent performance. Again, they fastballs, curveballs, getting guys to chase dumb pitches. I mean, this is what you anticipated. This is what makes these two really going tick for tack. On both ends of the pitching duel here. My man Bill checking in. Bill's the first viewer. He says, who won? Bill, I don't know if you're from Philly or Pittsburgh, but if you're not outside that area, the Phillies won. So, but yeah, this is what we wanted. This is what we want to see, Dave. A great pitching duel nonetheless. Two great pitchers, and man, it was good. Star Wars checking into the show. He says, bring out the brooms.
Yeah, Phillies broke it up into the fifth inning, put up a 3, I think it was 2 or 3 spot, whatever it was. Good start with them. It wasn't no home run ball, nothing like that. Just little base hits here and there, get the runs home, got the job done. And that 3-run lead was just pretty much set the tone in this game, and that was pretty much where it was, because Pittsburgh's offense was nowhere to be found.
Nowhere, and that's again the pitching is starting to pick up a little bit. And when Zach Wheeler, Christopher Sanchez, when they're on, man, they are. You may be concerned about the rest of the pitching in the bullpen, but with those two guys setting the tone of the game, going long innings, giving very little work to your bullpen is a good thing to have. Is a good problem to have, because now you can salivate your arms in the bullpen. You don't have to worry about someone blowing over a game. And when they're cooking, man, Donnie Baseball lets these guys continue to stay in the kitchen.
Yeah, he's been doing a great job ever since he took over for Thompson. There's no doubt about it. His record is it's a lot better than when Thompson was here. Donnie Baseball, we knew that was going to be the case when he came into this role as an interim manager. But they're playing better. They're seeing the ball better. They're hitting the ball better. Their defense is stronger. And at the end of the day, you got the sweep and you're over 500. So it's kind of a plus. That's a win-win in my book.
You're absolutely right. I mean, look, they put up another diamond performance in 2 games now. This Pirates team hasn't come up with anything, and the Phillies had their number, and now you dominate not 1 but 2 touchdowns in 2 days minus the kick. You've done a complete number on this team, which is a good thing to see. So now your Philadelphia Phillies, climbing up the ladder little by little. I know, like you and I have talked about, it's still a long hill to climb. It's still a long road ahead of us. But I mean, for right now, what you're seeing out of this team, 7.5 games out of from the top of the NFC, NL East. But they are 4 games out of a wild card spot. They are on a 4-game winning streak right now. I don't know. I mean, I'll take a quick look around the league, but I mean, I can't think off the top of my head, other than maybe the Dodgers. Who's cooking like this right now? Who?
Right. Well, right now, like I said, you just won 6 straight series, which is huge. That's huge, and definitely in Don Mattingly's book of winning. But even that, I mean, but the thing is, as long as Atlanta keeps winning, we're still climbing that ladder. So it doesn't get any easier. So unless I checked, Atlanta was winning 7-0. So I don't know what was going on there.
It's going to be, like I said, just like that World Series run that they had. It didn't matter about getting that making a wild card spot at this point. And like I said, if we could, put the cake on, cherry on top and win this division, I'll be happy with that. But right now, to me, I know, like I said, a lot of baseball will be played. It's early. It's May still. You got to remember the last time this team turned around like this, it was in June. And they went on a run to the World Series. But now again, you move on from top, or you bring in Donnie Baseball. This is what this team needed. It was a slap in the face to wake up the players and get them rock and rolling, and which it did, man. They are aggressive at the plate. Again, like you said, Skeens played his game. It only took enough time for this Phillies lineup to figure him out, and then they did a number on him.
I mean, Cruz didn't do much of it. Didn't do much. Reynolds didn't do much. This lineup for the Pirates was totally blank. Well, there was a home run, but that was kind of raw. It was robbery.
Yeah.
So the fan kind of put his glove over the edge. I thought it was a home run at first. It looked like a home run to me. I thought the guy just caught it, but apparently they saw it the other way, and it kept Wheeler's shutout going. Which that's great for him. Great for the team. And like I said, I told you before last week, I said it yesterday and the day before, winning is contagious. And this team is really seeing the ball well, and they're winning games and they're winning series, which is big.
Yeah, matter of fact, I mean that Pirates fan did the Phillies a favor, did them a solid. You know what I mean? Had no idea that they did them a solid by robbing a home run, which really benefit your Philadelphia Phillies. So again, today you're looking at the numbers. Your boy Trey Turner goes 1 for 5. Shore goes 0 for 5 with 4 Ks. Not great for him today.
That's not typical him, but you get that once in a while from him.
Yeah, you get one of those kind of sluggish games for him. Harper goes 1 for 4. Alec Bohm goes 2 for 4 today. Marsh goes 1 for 4. Garcia goes no hits, but he did have a run. But he was hit by 2 pitches. He got hit by a pitch twice. He did get hit by multiple pitches.
He's got the Garrett Stubbs effect.
Yes, he does. Stott goes 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Big game from Stott. Realmuto goes 1 for 4, and Crawford goes 0 for 4 with an RBI. So
see, that's what kills me too, Pat. If you go back to Bryson Stott, hits a home run today, plays a solid second base, and then what Thompson would do, he would sit him the next game. I don't think that Mattingly's going to do that. And I said this yesterday, and I said the day before, keep him there. He's doing, and like I said, Stott does big things. He may do, he does little things that count the most. But I mean, home run today, great play at second. That's just the way he is. You just got to keep him there.
No, and you're right. You got right the hot hand, like you said. Apparently, he didn't believe he was an everyday player. Harper said it publicly that he was an everyday player. He's shown he could be an everyday player. Listen, and if one of your players are getting cold, yes, that's when you want to give them a day break, get rest their heads, and let them think about it. But like I said, this team is clicking in all cylinders right now. Pitching, in the beginning of the year, everything went wrong. Pitching, batting, bullpen. Now you have a solid with your starting pitching, your bullpen, your bats are coming alive. They're being a little bit more aggressive. They're a little bit more, they're going right at it. And like you mentioned, for a good little while, Paul Skeens had his day today, and then the Phillies just went up, figuring him out. And once they did, and it was no looking back. And they start going after these pitches that were down at a strike zone, and they start making contact.
It's funny. I heard Larry Anderson say this morning, he was sitting there saying, why they fired Thompson, because now they're doing this for Mattingly. They weren't doing this for Thompson. There's a reason why they weren't doing it for Thompson. Thompson has nothing. He doesn't show anything. They didn't want to play for him because he was boring. And Mattingly's not a boring manager. He's just not. He makes it fun. The players are having fun now because they're starting to play better. With Thompson, it was like the same old stuff and nothing. Same lineups. Everything was it was the same, and that's why they stopped playing for him like they did Girardi back in the day. But now that, like I said, Mattingly's there, they're having more fun. They're over 500. Things are starting to click.
My man Anthony's checked into the show. He goes, how about them Phils? How about the Fightings? They are putting up a fight. And again, they go into Pittsburgh. They take care of Pittsburgh. They still got to play the NL Central because apparently in the next 2 series, they got the Reds and they got the Guardians right after that. So, I mean, they're just good old Cincinnati. Yeah. So they're going to be run through Ohio soon. So yeah, look at though, but getting back to about this game, great game for your Fighting Phils, being aggressive on both sides of the ball. Just dialed in, man, and I'm so glad we got Harper. This is a game. If this told
Yeah,
hits
he went
against
guard
me,
again today. He's hitting the ball. He really is.
he's
He's
Harper
starting to see
did.
better. Was that his 12th?
Yeah,
I think it's his 12th this season. If I'm not mistaken.
12th this season. I mean, again, you want to talk about a player who looked to be dialed in. I mean, Harper did his thing, and he looked. I mean, like I said, he's starting to make great contact. You don't ever tell that man he's a good player. I guess that's still lingering back of his head. Again, told he's a good player, not a great player or elite player, whatever it was. Because if anything, he still show you he could play at that MVP caliber level, and he's definitely doing that today.
Well, I guess that talked to Elmo.
What's that?
So I guess that talk to Elmo did kind of work. So
Yeah. And
he was talking to Elmo, tell how great how great foot off he is and great play. Yeah, okay, Brace, we see. And then you talk to a red puppet. And now you start hitting the ball. I don't understand it, but not what you want.
I hope he keeps that red puppet in his back pocket.
Yeah, Elmo's a big Phillies fan.
Apparently, he's going to be bringing. He might be taking Harper to TV 12. Anthony says no elite, and he puts a LOL. Right? He's looking to get back on pace about being at an MVP level. But like I said, this was a great win for this team. Again, the confidence is run through this team, and I love everything I'm seeing from them. These guys are has no quit in this in this team at all, just none.
And you're getting support by other players too. I mean, Stott came up big today. I think who was it? Romuto actually had a couple hits today. Yes. And the other day, even Marchand had a hit the other day. He's been one for his last 40. So it's like I said, you're getting support from other guys, which is making the game a little bit easier for them, and that's why they're winning games.
As a matter of fact, if I can recall, I think Remuda was kind of like the first one that cracked. They kind of get things going. It was him or Bowman that was really got things going for this team as far as offense.
Even Bowman's showing signs.
Yeah, Bowman's been hitting the balls, nice. So again, guys who you kind of scratch your head and were worried about are starting to make contact. They're starting to see the ball better, and it's just the little things that matter, like you said, Dave. Anthony says great series comeback from 6 down. Sanchez complete game gem, and now domination for Wheeler today. And that's what it was. I mean, you had every aspect of this team building confidence through their pitching, their hits, their bats, all that. And that's what you want to see. You want to see progression with this team from what it was about a week ago. Like 2 weeks ago, we weren't even looking at this team. But now, all eyes on this Philly squad.
Like I said, winning's contagious, Pat. And when you keep going, things happen, and then you start to see players playing better. And it does happen a lot.
Yeah, and you're getting that from this Phillies team. They are, you said it's contagious in that locker room. One guy hits, it's a snowball effect. Anthony goes, remember when the Bucks were 24-20 coming into the series? Listen, they were 24-20 coming into the series, and they were playing good ball. And then, but this is what the Phillies needed. I guess I don't know what that airplane ride was from Boston to Pittsburgh, but wherever that conversation was, turn this team around.
I think the weather was better in Pittsburgh than it was in Boston, so we'll give them that.
Right. So the hitting weather. South Philly Vinny. Paul was on this morning. I'm on my guy Dave. He says, "Where's the clown Paul?" Oh my gosh, he was me.
Well, did I miss something?
Yeah, that's a good show. Me, Paul, and South Philly Vinny, a listener to the program, good listener. He's always breaking stones over here. So let's get back into the game. Let's talk about it. Pitching. We just talked about the pitching. We talked about the offense. Offense has been stellar. It's really, really good stuff.
Catching Ramito. I mean, like I said, I wasn't a fan of the signing. I'm really still not of it.
No.
But he's throwing guys out though. And he's starting to see the ball a little bit better. And maybe he's starting to turn things around a little bit. Time will tell with that, but I'm still not sold. We'll see what happens.
Right. I'm still not sold. I think it was the wrong contract to be given. I think they could have done better, but it's still nonetheless. Um, the Phillies did a good thing there and win this game, though. But and look, he's making the small contributions from wherever. So yeah, I'm happy for like today. JT came through, kind of got
Yeah.
things going, all that stuff. Yes, I am from Philly. There, Professor Dundee. What a name. So, but yeah, let's like I said, we broke down the pitching, all that good stuff. Dave, like I said, we take away from their games, we take away from, like I said, Schwarber struggled today, but he's going to have one of those games where he has a
I mean, he may have struggled, but other guys picked him up. And that helps too. So
that helps. And like I said, other guys will come up with some big hits. Like you said, he didn't. He cooled down today, but that's Harper. Harper's getting hot by the second over here. All right, Professor Dundee, South Philly here. Good Dundee. Now I got
even Turner played well. Even Turner had a good game today. Or Turner's he's been playing well lately too.
Turner's starting to see the ball, a little better. The whole bat, all the bats are starting really kind of making
our bats one through three is insane. You think about it. You get Turner, Schwarber, Harper, bang, bang, bang. If you're a pitcher, that's a pitcher's nightmare. It really is if you think about it.
And Dave, you raised a good point. Because when we talked about the top part of the lineup, we kind of like were concerned because of what they weren't producing, and you were hoping to get some of the bottom tier guys, the bottom part of the lineup. But now that the top part, the meat part of it, is really a solid. They are putting things together on that bottom part. That top part of the lineup. They're looking strong. Harper, Turner.
It's funny too. If Marsh gets hot, usually Stott gets hot, and those two together are like it's like a 1-2 punch. It's just how it works.
You're right. It is definitely a 1-2 punch with this team. Joel says, "Hi, bro. Hi, Joel. How are you?"
Joel?
Yeah.
Hi, Joel.
Hi, Joel. So yeah, we were getting a lot going on here. A lot of people tuning into the show. But yeah,
Appreciate it.
like I say, yeah, we definitely appreciate everyone chiming in. Give us your feedback. How you feel about your fighting Phils? The Fightins. They're looking
back over 500. That's huge. After being 10 games out.
Dave, absolutely right. 10 games out, this team was looking god awful, and now here they are. 7.5 out. Are you a Flyer fan? Yes, Joel, definitely am. Hell yeah. So yeah, like I said, it's a solid game from Crawford. Not Crawford. Excuse me. From the rest of this lineup. Everyone's doing their thing and coming up big. That's all that matters, Dave. It's
definitely
making a great contact.
Without a doubt. This team, like I said, and I keep saying this, the arrow is definitely pointing up for the Phillies right now. The Cincinnati series will be interesting coming up. We'll see what happens there.
Vinny from South Philly says, always remember, Patrick, when you're strong up the middle, good shortstop and center fielder, you always will be in the race. Facts. Listen, Trey Turner, you got a solid point, Vinny. Not bad. You're absolutely right. Like I said, you're strong up the middle. You got your shortstop who's making great contact, and he's a great leader for this team. Center fielder is doing his duties. So you're absolutely right about it.
And I said this earlier too about Garcia. I know he's won for his last 25, 6, whatever it is. And I know he got hit by 2 pitches today. I understand that. But if he's not hitting, but his fielding's doing the job, it's no worries. You're fine. Because as long as he's catching the ball, we're good.
And that's all that matters. So, Dave, I got to ask you, it's at that time. What is your grade of the game?
Oh, you know what? Grade of the game, I'm going to give them, and I'm going to give another A-. I think Wheeler was great today. Bats came alive in the 5th inning. They didn't look back once they got the lead. And the bullpen, was kind of saved if you think about it. The last 2 games, and they really didn't do much. With Sanchez yesterday and Wheeler today, 7 innings? I think he went 7, 8, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
I got to give him another A-. I can't, 2 shutouts in 2 days. You can't beat that. So
No, you're absolutely right. I know, Vinny. Patrick, like I told you, knowledge and wisdom. I know you're loaded with it, Vince. With me, I'm going to go A plus. I'm going to go A plus again for your fighting Phillies. The pitching has been solid. It didn't steer wrong. Like I said, you didn't have to worry about the bullpen screwing up the game. You had, and your offense has been strong. Been
Yeah.
strong. Uh, small ball, making great, long ball with Harper and all those guys. They're coming up big, going to be a little bit more aggressive, like what I like to see, coming up with some big time doubles. I'm loving it from all this, from all these, from everyone on this Phillies team. So I got to give it an A plus.
You give it A plus, but like I want to give a series grade. If I had to give a series grade, I would say A minus, because the comeback on Friday night down 6-0, down to 8-3 to come back and win that game 11-9, which was huge. And then you have 2 shutouts two nights. So good comeback Friday night, good shutout Saturday, another good shutout Sunday. I'll give it an A minus all around for all 3 games.
Vinny from South Face says, Patrick, who are you talking to? I am talking to my man Dave on the other end. He's on the other end of this. He is a very, very smart and knowledgeable baseballman. He knows his stuff. So that's who I'm talking to. Let's get into, let's go around the scoreboard, Dave. Let's see what's going on for the rest of the league, because, of course, we got to keep our eye on what's going on. It is rivalry weekend. And, of course, your Phillies have swept the Pirates 6-0 today. Let's go on. Let's see what's going on in Baltimore or Washington. We had the Orioles up 7-3 right now, and they're ending the 9. They're just about wrapped up their game here. They just wrapped up their game. The Orioles win 7-3. Big, huge game for them. You have the Braves and A's right now. The Braves and A's. The Braves and Red Sox. Braves are up 8-1, top of the 9th. You have 6-6 at top of the 10th between the Yankees and Mets.
Really?
White Sox
Wow.
White Sox and Cubbies, bottom of the 4th, 4-4. Okay. So we got some tie games going on right now. You have the Brewers and Minnesota Twins going on 4-3 right now. The Twins are winning at the top of the 8th. You have the Kansas City Royals and the Cardinals going at it top of the 9th. The Kansas City Royals are winning 2-0. Diamondbacks and the Rockies, there's a delay going on. It's 0-0, top of the 1st. Top of the 3rd, 0-0 between the Giants and the A's. The Dodgers and Angels. Dodgers are up 2-0 right now over the Angels.
Surprise.
And, of course, your main event for the night, the Padres and Mariners, they'll be going on. You can watch that on Peacock and all that other stuff. You have Marlins and Rays. Rays have won. They won 6-3, and that would be it. And the Red Sox, the Braves won 8-1 in the regular season. So, yeah, we got that going on. My man Trout says, don't quit your day job. Thanks, buddy. And so, Dave, I got to ask you one more before we get ready to rock on out of here. Who is your player of the game?
Player of the game. Wow. I'm gonna go Wheeler. He was pretty strong today. Gave it a good performance like he always does. Like I said, coming off that injury, he's been absolutely outstanding. So I'm gonna go Zach Wheeler.
You're gonna go Wheeler. I'm gonna go Fan, who robbed the home run. That's going to be my player of the game. Just because they could have got easily ahead. The Pirates get on the scoreboard because of the robbery interference.
Right.
They came up with a huge block. Now I'm going to go Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper, day in and day out, coming up, hitting the long ball. He's just playing out of his mind, playing like a true leader to this team, playing like the face of his franchise, as he should. So I got to go Bryce Harper.
Okay.
So. All right. So, yeah, we got that going on. A couple more we got going on. Let's go. Mike says, talking Philly sports is easy. Just bringing up a sweep and you cover half the team. Yeah, listen, Vince, Mike, it was a great win today. Great win for your Fightings. They took care of business. They handled it. You got to like what you see today. You got to like what you see. You got to see that this team is now finally have turned it around under Donnie Baseball.
Donnie Baseball, great job.
Donnie Baseball's got this team rocking and rolling. He's just got them cooking on all cylinders.
I said this before. Sometimes a change in management or a change in the dugout and people do start to listen to what they're saying, and things start to happen, and you're starting to see that with this team.
Yeah, I didn't think the team. I thought this magic ain't going to strike twice, and here I am wrong. Here, once again, I can admit when I'm wrong, and I was wrong about it. Apparently, the message was clear. It was the players or something. It might have been just the coaching staff that just need to be swapped out. And Donnie Baseball's got this team just playing like all stars right now.
Right now they are.
From what head to toe. I mean, what you say? This is now what their 6 years they won.
6 series win. Yeah. Yep.
I mean, that's crazy. 6 series that they won. I mean, they're getting better by the day. So, like I said, they win 7-5. They win huge today, 6-0. They're still Jacob. Thank you for the follow. They're in the hunt. They are in the hunt.
They're definitely in the hunt. Were they 4 out of the wild card spot now?
4 games out of that wild card spot. Dave, this is looking good for this team. And
it's looking really good, but they still have that ladder to climb to catch Atlanta, and I don't know if that's going to happen.
Dave, at one point I thought, it was going to be a long summer. I wasn't sure if this baseball team would be able to turn around, but they did. They definitely turned it around.
Oh, like I said, you're still the rest of May to play, and here comes Cincinnati Reds. So let's see what they're about. So we'll see.
Yeah, and so you got the Phiilies. Let's go again. The Phiilies have won again. If guys who didn't, if you guys didn't check into the game, the Phillies have won. They won. Now they are 24-23, over 500, 7.5, 4-game win streak. The only other winning streak, other big one like that, is your LA Dodgers. But outside of that, I mean, they were really, really good. Really, it's like I said, for them to turn around, climbing up the hill. You have the Nationals are 5 games out, Marlins are 7 games out, the Mets are 8 games out. So things are getting a little better for your Phiilies. They got to just keep on going at it. Just keep on going at it.
It's funny. We keep winning with the Nationals too. So it's like, we can't escape them either. They keep catching up to it. So.
No, and listen, that could be a good thing, keeping them on our heels and all that stuff, as they are in LA said 8.5 games out of the win of the East, and they are 5 games out of the wild card spot. So, like I said, good problems to have for your Phiilies. The Phiilies do a solid today. Like I said, you got every good aspect of it. Like I said, you got good pitching, you got good at bats, you got everybody. You know what I mean? It's just a beautiful thing to see. And like I said, and for this Pirates team, who was another team was kind of hot going into this series.
They were.
Had no answer.
No.
Had no answer.
I mean, Cruz couldn't do anything. Reynolds couldn't do anything. O'Neill had nothing going on. They just had no answers this series. Nothing.
Anthony says good.
Except game 1 they did, but then that was the comeback for the Phils. So.
And then they cooled down.
Right.
And then, all you had to do is get Noah out of the game.
Noah didn't have such a great game that day. That wasn't a good day for him.
No, he's
but they bailed him out.
But the offense came up and bailed him out. A team that's shown no signs of quitting at all.
That's why they're fighting Phils. That's what they're cooking.
Yeah, that's why they're fighting. Anthony says good bullpen. We didn't see much of the bullpen at all.
We didn't see much of it. How great it is, but I don't think Durant was in the series, was he?
No, not at all. He didn't have to. I mean, you might at this point you had so easy. You could have suited up the Philly Fanatic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Jacob says Durant's our best bullpen pitcher. Anthony says Manley was telling them they will come back Friday per Harper, and they will believe it. And if that's what they're feeling, that's what they're feeling. Anthony goes Friday. The bullpen was well. I guess he's talking from the game.
It was good, but then they took the weekend off for Saturday and Sunday. So there wasn't much there.
No, not at all. And Uncle Donnie wasn't around. But like I said, nonetheless, great win.
Dusty was though. Dusty
was. Uncle Dusty was in there, but not Uncle Donnie. So, but yeah, like I said, great win. The Phillies take this great sweep. Yes, Anthony, this was a great sweep on a good up and coming rising team. They still that Pirates team, they got had no answers. They still have what I've seen. They can still do some things. They got leadership. They got young coming guys like Lau and Griffin who can hit the ball.
Cruz too. Cruz is good.
They're cruising. I can't wait to play Atlanta. Easy. Anthony says, I can't wait till we play Atlanta.
They swept us last time we played them. Why didn't we play them again? No, I can wait.
We're not. Let's run through the NL Central first.
Yes.
Okay. Jacob says good pitching today. All right, Dave, it's time for us to shut it down and get out of here, buddy.
Hey, good win for the Phils today. I want to give a shout out to the Delco Outlaws, my daughter's 1400 team. Got this championship today. Didn't come out on top like we thought it would, but they did go 3-1 in the series. They had a great weekend for them. So shout out to them, Coach Charlie, Coach Jeff, myself, Mark, and Sean, and all of us coaches out there. Great job. These girls are playing really well. They didn't come out on championship today, but at the end of the day, it's still a good series. They went 3-1. So congrats to them.
Yep, congrats to Delco Warriors. And for me, Dave, we are out of here. Dave, I'll see you tomorrow, my man.
You got it, brother.
See you, buddy. Bye-bye.
Take care. Yep.